I'm Dr. David Picking. I'm a research fellow at the Natural Products Institute, which is within the University of the West Indies, based in Jamaica, Mona campus, Jamaica. Research we do is into natural products, so we cover any natural products. The main area is on medicinal plants because that's the main area, but we'll also cover marine organisms as well, but it's predominantly medicinal plants. So we're looking at, for example, looking for new leads for cancer. So we launched a cancer cell line laboratory last year. So that allows us, using cancer cell lines, to test different plant extracts to see if they've got anti-cancer properties or chemoprevention properties. So that's one area that we're working on. Another area, which is in the area of medicinal plant safety, is looking at how, when people take a pharmaceutical drug, if they take on medicinal plants at the same time, are they likely to interact? So we're looking at the research to identify those plants that are likely to cause interactions. So for example, we just launched a book on that, which is aimed at doctors and pharmacists, and we'll be launching a website for that as well, and a mobile app. Those are two areas, and then another area we're just launching into now is mosquitoes. You know, Jamaica, as with many countries, was really badly affected by chikungunya, and many of the mosquitoes are resistant to the existing pesticides. So we're looking at how natural products could be used either as natural pesticides or to enhance the existing pesticides to work around how the mosquitoes become resistant and how to reverse that resistance. So those are just some of the areas that we're working in. It's not everything, but it just gives you an insight. But one of the areas that we're particularly interested in now is also looking at how do we translate that research into the real world and make it applicable to, in our case in Jamaica, into the Jamaican community. So we're looking at how we could commercialise, how we can bring our research into the wider community, and that's a significant part of what we do in terms of outreach. Now, given the huge increase in demand for medicinal plants, for botanicals internationally, in developing countries people continue to use medicinal plants day in, day out. In some cases for economic reasons, in some cases because they don't have access to pharmaceutical drugs. So that's continuing, but then in the West, in so-called developed countries, there's this huge appetite and a growing appetite for medicinal plant medicines. And because of that huge consumer drive for medicinal plant medicines, there's increasing regulation being brought in. For good reason, because more and more products are being available on the market, but there's issues and challenges around the quality. You know, are you getting the plant that you're supposed to be getting? Are there other things in the plant? So, you know, we've been getting products coming out of certain countries where they're, say, supposedly aphrodisiacs or they're slimming, and what you're finding is sometimes they've actually been deliberately adulterated with banned pharmaceutical drugs. So there are big issues around standards. So the science and the research is a critical part of that commercialization. They go hand in hand. If we're going to bring products to market, as we've been covering in the conference, to bring products to market, the focus has to be on quality, and in the case of medicinals, it has to be on also efficacy and safety. And that's why we have to collaborate and partner with commercial entities to bring the research help to bring those products to market.